Well, good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Lady Bear Park on the campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College on this day before Good Friday. As we get ready for softball action, it's Itawamba Community College and the Lady Bears of Southwest Mississippi Community College. You look at the numbers for the visitors at Itawamba in 24 games. They sit 20-4 overall. They have a conference record of 12 wins and 2 losses, and currently Itawamba riding a 10-game winning streak as they come into action this afternoon. They're 13-1 there on the campus of Itawamba in Fulton. They're 7-3 away from Fulton, and like I said, winners of their last 10. They've scored 167 runs on the year. 17 of those have been home runs. They're batting .342 as a team on the season. For Southwest, they've played 24 games as well. The Bears are 17-7 on the year. Bears sit at 9-5 in conference play. They've won their last 2 games. They're 10-4 here at Lady Bear Park, 7-3 away from Lady Bear Park. And they, of course, swept out Meridian 10-1 and 5-3 earlier this week to put their conference record at 9-5. Again, the conference record for Itawamba sits at 12-2. Itawamba, their only losses in division play were back-to-back losses to Hines Community College. Back on March the 6th, they lost 8-6 and 7-2 to Hines. Hines has been the only team to this point that has defeated Itawamba as far as MACCC action goes. That's a look at our two teams as we get ready to go. Of course, the Bears will go with Jensen Gremion here in Game 1. She's become our Game 1 pitcher for the Lady Bears. She won her last outing for Southwest, and she will toe the rubber this afternoon for the Bears. You look at as far as Jensen's numbers go, she is a freshman pitcher. And Jensen has 13 appearances. She started 10 games. She's 10-1 with 7 complete games and a save on the year in 70 1/3 innings. Has given up 63 hits, 36 runs. Of those 36, 24 have been earned. She's walked 26, struck out 70. Teams are batting .239 against her on the season. Those are the numbers for Jensen Gremion. You miss Robinson, who will toe the rubber for Itawamba. She wears number 14. That's Emily Robinson, who is a pitcher from Springville High School out of Springville, Alabama. She's a right-hander for Itawamba Community College. And she will come to the mound this afternoon for Itawamba. You look at her, get you her numbers on the year right quick for Itawamba, and we will do that after the national anthem.
At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your headgear as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The national anthem from here in Southwest. Let's talk about Emily Robinson right quick. A 1.67 earned run average. She's 5-0 in 17 games. She's thrown 42 innings, allowed 37 hits, 13 runs. Of those 13, 10 have been earned. She's walked 6 and struck out 43 on the season. Has Emily Robinson, the freshman, for Itawamba. So we've got two very, very good pitchers ready to throw in this softball game here this afternoon. You take a look at the Itawamba starting lineup. Here it is. Mackenzie Patterson will lead things off and play center field. Katie Rutledge will be in the 2 spot and play left field. Cara Hayes will be the catcher. So it's Patterson, Rutledge, and Hayes, the first 3. Ivy Watts, the first baseman's in the cleanup spot. Brianna Posey, the third baseman, bats 5th. Madison Jenkins, their designated player, will follow her in the order. And then it's Hannah Henry, the second baseman, Connor Stevens, the right fielder, and Emily Robinson, the pitcher, who will bat in the 9th spot for Itawamba. You look at defensively for the Bears, Altamon's in left, Lewis is the center fielder, Buckley's the right fielder. Along the infield is Jenkins, Brock, Moak, and Mason. And, of course, Ashley Rowland will be behind the plate for the Lady Bears this afternoon. Well, they're ready to go, and Patterson will step in, batting .418 on the season. She says she's ready to go. Scheduled for a 1 o'clock first pitch. Jensen Gremion's got the softball in her glove. She says she's ready to go, and we'll get the first pitch thrown out here momentarily. So Patterson out of the leadoff spot, batting over .400 for Itawamba. Gremion checks the sign from the Bear dugout and delivers the first pitch of the afternoon, and it's a bunt to the third baseman that she will boot, and she will be safe at first. We get the first pitch at 1:06 here at the ballpark this afternoon, and for Patterson, she is a board on a boot by the third baseman. So Rutledge will bat now for Itawamba. Rutledge, who wears, where's number 20? She's .451 on the season. First pitch to her will miss for a ball, 1-0. Patterson on base, bunting for a base hit. Jenkins at third came charging it, but it went off her glove, and at that point, Patterson was safe over at first base. 1 ball, no strikes to Rutledge, and she'll await the 1-0 pitch to her. That one will be called a strike and even it back to her now at 1-1. So the count even at 1-1, and right now both Rowland and Gremion both paying a lot of attention to Patterson, who's been kind of staying off that bag, trying to almost entice the throw from the Lady Bears here early in this one. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's fouled back out of the ballpark. It'll go to a ball and 2 strikes to Rutledge. Gremion, of course, the MACCC Pitcher of the Week for her performance over at Jones when she beat the Bobcats. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rutledge, and the 1-2 pitch to her is off the plate. Runner takes off for second. She'll go to second safely, and Patterson will move into scoring position, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Rutledge. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rutledge, and a 2-2 pitch to her. The 2-2 golfs it out in shallow right. Everyone charging, and it's Buckley who won't get to this one. It's a base knock. The throw will go home, and everybody's safe there at first and second.
Number 7, Cara Hayes.
So first and second for Itawamba, nobody out, and Cara Hayes, the batter. Buckley came charging that one for the Bears, but Rutledge able to drop it in front of Rutledge. Patterson had to wait and see if that one would be called, so she only moves up 1 bag from second over to third. Here's the pitch to Hayes now from Gremion, and that one takes for a ball, 1-0. Lady Bears take the rest of this week off, back in action on Wednesday with Gulf Coast here at Lady Bear Park. Final home game of the regular season is a week from Saturday here at Lady Bear Park. Those last 3 games on the road for Coach Shade Johnson and his Lady Bears. And that pitch catches the plate for a strike and will even it now to 1 ball and 1 strike to Hayes. And Hayes will have the 1-1 pitch to her here at the ballpark. The 1-1 from Grimion, swing and a strike 2. Of course, we can see back beyond the left field wall here the soccer team practicing. Soccer season gets started Monday here on the campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Hayes is a swinging strike 3, and she'll go down on strikes for out number 1. Hayes is retired on the strikeout, and Ivy Watts will come to the plate now for Itawamba. Ivy Watts, a 286 hitter on the season, out of that cleanup spot with 2 on and 1 out now for Itawamba here in the top of the first. There's the pitch from Grimion. That one hit towards center field. It's Lewis who comes charging that one. Runner will tag from third and score. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Watts. She's out number 2. Patterson will score. They hold Rutledge at second, so it's a 1-0 game, and Brianna Posey will come to the plate now for Itawamba. So Itawamba gets a run across on a sac fly from Watts. The error that got Patterson on the base pads, and she scores. The pitch, a called strike to Posey. Posey, 313 on the season for Itawamba. No balls, a strike to her. And she awaits her 0-1 pitch here at the ballpark. Grimion looks in, throws the 0-1 to her, and that one hit down the third base side foul. Picked up by Jenkins in foul territory, and it's no balls and 2 strikes now to Posey. So no balls and 2 strikes to Brianna Posey, and the 0-2 pitch to her here in the top of this first inning. Here's the 0-2. That one's hit to center field. Lewis got a pretty good beat on that one. Grabs it for out number 3, and the side retired. A couple of fly balls. Bears get out of it. 1 run crosses on a hit and error, and Itawamba will leave 1 stranded. It's all ones for Itawamba. A run, a hit, an error, and 1 left on as we head to the bottom now of the first inning. Let's take a look at that Lady Bear starting lineup. For coaches Shay Johnson, here's how the Lady Bears go to the plate. Jenna Brock, the shortstop, will be in the leadoff spot. Madison Moak, the second baseman, bats a second. Jay Latham, the designated player, will be in that third spot. Bailey Buckley, who plays right field, will bat cleanup for the Bears. With Haley Jenkins, the third baseman, batting 5th. Ashley Rowland, the catcher, batting 6th. 7, 8, 9, it's Shelby, Mason, McKenzie, Altamont, and Mel Lewis. So Brock, Moak, Latham, Buckley, Jenkins, Rowland, Mason, Altamont, and Lewis is how the Lady Bears will go to the plate defensively for Itawamba. Rutledge, Patterson, and Stevens along the outfield with Posey, Boatner, Henry, and Watts. Along the infield, and of course, Miss Hayes is the catcher for Robinson. Oh, excuse me, it's Madison Jenkins who's going to pitch. I knew they had come to the plate, they had come to the thing to give us something, and it was Madison Jenkins who's going to pitch. So Jenkins, not Robinson, who will be the pitcher. The score book they gave us had Robinson, but instead they go with Jenkins. Jenkins, in 13 appearances, is 9-0 on the year. She's thrown 55 2/3, 43 hits, 17 runs. Of those 17, 14's earned. She's walked 14 and struck out 43. She will face the Lady Bears leadoff hitter, Jenna Brock, here in the bottom of this first inning for the Lady Bears. Brock, a .441 hitter on the season for Southwest, as she comes to the plate to lead it off. Itawamba gets a run across in the top of the first. Let's see what the Bears can do now here in the bottom of this first inning. Brock, the sophomore, ready to go. Jenkins will fire the first pitch, and it's off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes for Jenna Brock, and she will await the 1-0 pitch. Lady Bears won a couple of games up in Meridian earlier this week. Here's the 1-0. That one's a called strike, and it's even to Jenna Brock now, 1 ball and 1 strike. We sure enjoyed Tuesday night's all-softball edition of Inside Bear Athletics. Jenna Brock was one of our guests on that program. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 slaps that one left side, but foul. And the count will go to a ball and 2 strikes now to Jenna Brock. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brock. And she will have the 1-2 pitch due her here at Lady Bear Park this afternoon. A little earlier start than normal for a weekday. A 1 o'clock first pitch here with Itawamba and Southwest on this Thursday. Itawamba making that long trip from Fulton, Mississippi down to play the Bears. Here's the 1-2. Swinging strike, and she'll go down on strikes. And Brock is retired on the strikeout for out number 1, so 1 gone. And now Madison Moak, the batter for the Bears. So Madison Moak will bat for the Bears. Moak, as she comes to the plate for Southwest, will bat from that left side. The first pitch to her misses for a ball. Moak, a .320 hitter on the season for the Lady Bears. Brock, the strikeout. Now Moak gets her chance. Here's the 1-0 pitch to her. Now one's called a strike. And evens the count now. Now the 1-1 pitch. That one's taken by Moak. It's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike now for Madison Moak, and the 2-1 pitch due her. So 2 balls and a strike for Moak, and Jenkins will get the sign and deliver the 2-1 pitch. That one's in the air, left field. Left fielder underplayed that one, Rutledge. She'll have to go back. That one will drop for the Lady Bears, and it's a double for Moak. Well, Rutledge underplayed that one. She was drawn in, and Moak got it with that wind blowing out, got it over her head. And Moak's on base with a 1-out double, and Jade Latham, the batter for the Bears. Latham comes to the plate, a .500 hitter. Her bat's kind of taken off as of late for Southwest, and the Bears have welcomed to that in the middle part of their order for Jade Latham. Here's the pitch. She will take a strike, and she's down in the count 0-1. Jade serving as the designated player here in Game 1, and most likely will serve as the pitcher in Game 2 this afternoon here at the ballpark. No balls or strike the count for Latham, and she will await the 0-1 pitch with 1 out. That one inside on her, and it's even now at a ball and a strike. Now Coach Brian Bender's Bears boarding the bus just about 20 minutes ago. They're on their way to East Mississippi, Region 23 basketball. Up at East Mississippi, 6 o'clock tonight. The 1-1 here misses for a ball. It's 2-1 to Latham, with the count turning around into her favor. Now 2 balls and a strike, and Moak, the runner, out at second base. It's good luck to the Bears basketball team as they go try to keep their season going with the game up at East Mississippi. The 2-1 is called a strike, and that will even it to Latham now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Bear batter, with Madison Moak out at second base on a 1-out double. Now a big 2-2 pitch to the designated player, Jade Latham. Latham awaits the 2-2 pitch. Now one misses for ball 3, and the count goes full to Jade Latham. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Latham will have a payoff pitch due her. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and now a payoff. Latham followed by Buckley, who bats in the cleanup spot. Haley Jenkins will follow her for the Bears. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a payoff pitch now to Latham. Swinging strike 3. Latham will go down on strikes for out number 2, so 2 gone, and now Bailey Buckley, the batter for the Bears.
Number 8, Bailey Buckley.
Buckley, the freshman, 357 on the year for the Lady Bears. She will bat with a runner at second and 2 out now, so a strikeout of Brock, a double by Moak. Now a strikeout of Latham. Now Jenkins will deal with Buckley with 2 out for the Bears. That one's tapped first base side foul. Buckley hit that one right down that first base side foul. It's no balls and a strike to her. So no balls, a strike for Buckley, and she will have the 0-1 pitch to her here on this Thursday afternoon. That one misses for a ball, and we'll even it to Buckley now at a ball and a strike. Don't forget, here on Bear TV, hope you'll stay around with us. Got a lot of stuff to cover today. Of course, we're here at the softball field for Game 1 softball. Itawamba and Southwest. 1 ball, 1 strike for Buckley. A 1-1 pitch due her here in the bottom of the first is a called strike. Takes the count to a ball and 2 strikes to her. Bear baseball welcoming Meridian Community College to town. They're going to throw the first pitch in Game 1 over at the Bear baseball field at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Buckley, and the 1-2 pitch to her is taken for a ball and evens it to her at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count even to Buckley now, 2 balls, 2 strikes to her, and the 2-2 pitch is due Bailey Buckley. The 2-2 hit towards the third baseman. It falls out of her glove. Third baseman came over to grab it, and it falls out of Posey's glove. The Buckley going to reach for the Bears. Charging error to the third baseman on that one. And Haley Jenkins, the batter. Moak goes over to third, so first and third now, and Haley Jenkins, the Bear third baseman, will bat. Jenkins, where's number 4? She's a .338 hitter on the season for Southwest as she comes to the plate. So Jenkins to bat now. Bears get second life after the boot by Posey over at third. And now Jenkins will step off the rubber and get a fresh sign. Now she's ready to go. That one off the plate for a ball, and it's 1-0 to Jenkins. So 1-0 to Haley Jenkins, and the 1-0 pitch due her here at Lady Bear Park. So Jenkins in a big spot here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one misses for ball 2, and it goes 2 balls and no strikes to Jenkins. A strikeout, a double, a strikeout. And Buckley reached on the error. First and third, 2 out for Jenkins now. 2 balls and no strikes to her as Jenkins awaits the 2-0 pitch. The 2-0 is called a strike. It's 2-1. So the strike makes it a 2-ball, 1 strike count for Jenkins. And the 2-1 pitch will be due Jenkins here at the ballpark. Now she throws her that 2-1. That one's a called strike, and it's even to Jenkins now, 2 balls and 2 strikes to her. So the count even to Jenkins at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch will be due Haley Jenkins here at the ballpark. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jenkins. The 2-2 checked her swing. She did not go. Oh, she did go. They waited for the appeal. It took a while, but he said she went, and the strikeout is out number 3. So the side retired in the first. No runs, a hit. There is an error, and 2 left stranded for the Lady Bears. Lady Bears can't stretch a run across in the top of the first. It ends on a Jenkins check swing. That the appeal went to the field umpire. He said she went around, and that's how the inning goes. We'll come back top of the second inning after a 60-second break. 60 seconds down the line on Bear TV.
I can say I've done a lot of things in my life. I've flown with the Eagles, rode with the Cowboys, I've barreled through the barriers. One thing I can't say though is that I did it alone. People ask me what makes a legend. I always say it's about being a part of something bigger. It's never just me. It's always one for all. Whatever comes your way, do it together.
Of Southwest Mississippi Community College, it's Madison Jenkins who will lead things off. The designated players, Jenkins, Henry, and Stevens, 6, 7, and 8 coming to the plate for Itawamba here in the top of this second inning. And the first pitch hits her to put her on the base pads. The way that ball scooted away, it must have grazed her on the leg down there for Jenkins, and she'll be aboard for Henry. Henry, a .422 hitter on the season for Itawamba. Second inning in a row that Itawamba's gotten the leadoff batter on. There's a strike to Henry. The error got Patterson on in the top of the first, and she came around to score. Now Jenkins is on via the hit batsman. Southwest will bring the infield in with a no-ball, 1-strike count to Henry. In at the corners, expecting a possible bunt. She will bunt it, bunts it foul, and the count's no balls and 2 strikes now to Henry. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Henry with the 0-2 pitch due her here at the ballpark. Now the 0-2 pitch for Henry. Not bunting this time, and that one will miss for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Henry. So a ball and 2 strikes for Hannah Henry, and the 1-2 pitch due her here in this second inning. Now the 1-2 pitch due. Misses that time and will even it back to Henry at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So from 0-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes it goes now for Henry, and she will have the 2-2 pitch due her here in the top of this second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled back out of the ballpark, and the count will stay even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes in this second inning. We've been playing, about 20 minutes of softball here at Lady Bear Park. We're in the top of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Henry, and she will await the 2-2 pitch here at the ballpark. The 2-2 hits it right at the third baseman. Great play. Back to first and goes diving back to first as Jenkins, and she will get back safely. The Bears' third baseman, Jenkins, makes a nice snag for out number 1, and then Madison Jenkins, the base runner, she has to go diving back towards that first base bag and just does get back safely as Connor Stevens will come to the plate now for Itawamba. Very nice play, Haley Jenkins for the Bears at third base in the first pitch. A called strike, they go to first. And once again, she gets back safely. Rowland made a nice throw to Mason that time. Jenkins, they're going to make sure she stays as close to that bag as possible. No ball's a strike for Connor Stevens. Connor 306 on the season. The pitch, a swinging strike. And she's down in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes to Connor Stevens, and she will have the 0-2 pitch to her. Gremion looks into that Bear dugout, gets the sign, fires the 0-2 pitch. That's a swinging strike 3, and she is down on strikes as Stevens for out number 2. So 2 gone, and now Emily Robinson, the pitcher, will bat. Excuse me, that's not Robinson. That's going to be the DP who's going to bat. I never took Robinson out of the lineup earlier. First pitch is a swung on and missed strike. It's Emily Robinson, who is still batting, but she's the DP now instead of the pitcher. So I had it half right. No balls a strike to count for Robinson. She'll have the 0-1 pitch to her. Swinging strike 2. They throw to first. Again, back towards that first base bag is Jenkins. And it's no balls and 2 strikes for Emily Robinson, and the 0-2 pitch to her here in the top of the second. Gremion will get the sign out of the Lady Bear dugout. The 0-2 swinging strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts. And Gremion retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Itawamba leaves 1 stranded. We've played 1.5 from Lady Bear Park here on the Southwest campus. It's Itawamba 1, Southwest nothing. The Lady Bears will send Roland Mason and Mackenzie Altamont, the 6, 7, and 8 spots in Coach Shay Johnson's order coming to the plate. Want to remind you, of course, don't forget, Game 2 of this series going to be played 20 minutes or so after Game 1. Now, no broadcast of Game 2 for you here from Lady Bear Park on Bear TV. We're going to move over to our left where baseball will be playing. We'll have Game 2 baseball action for you as the Bears baseball team and Meridian get together. So we'll have Game 2. That'll be the 7-inning affair over at Bear Park for that. So that's our Bear TV schedule today. But again, don't forget, 2 games with Itawamba here at Lady Bear Park, 2 games with Meridian for baseball beginning at 3 o'clock. And, of course, don't forget the Bear baseball team is on the road. The Bear basketball team is on the road up at East Mississippi for a 6 o'clock tip tonight for Coach Brian Bender's Bears. They're trying to win a second-round game in the Region 23 basketball tournament. Of course, Coach Brian Harris and the Lady Bears were victorious over Holmes Community College last night over in the Southwest Basketball Center. They've punched their ticket to the next round. They'll be making a trip to Coahoma Community College in Clarksdale on Monday night at 6 o'clock. And we'll play there, win there, and it's a trip to Mississippi College in their future. Lady Bears will come to the plate. It's Ashley Rowland's turn for Southwest as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Rowland, 333 hitter on the season for the Bears. 1-0 Itawamba. They score a run in the top of the first on a error. Now the Bears come to the plate here in the second inning. The pitch is taken for a ball by Rowland. It's 1-0 to her. 1 ball and no strikes for Ashley Rowland, and she will await her 1-0 pitch here at the ballpark. The 1-0 is called a strike, and that will even the count to Rowland now at a ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike to Rowland. Jenkins gets the sign and will fire the 1-1 pitch to the plate. The 1-1 is hit hard right at the third baseman, though. Posey fields this one, but her throw's not good, and she's safe at first. Throw went to the first base side. First baseman Watts couldn't handle that one, and aboard will be Ashley Rowland. Bears look like they want to get a runner for Ashley Rowland, the catcher over at first base. Rowland's spot is aboard. Let's see who's going to pop out of that Bear dugout. It's number 10. That's Asia Walker.
Now running to first base for Southwest, number 10, Asia Walker.
So Walker will be the runner for Ashley Rowland, and Shelby Mason will come to the plate now for the Bears. Second error committed by Itawamba defensively. Both of them have involved their third baseman, Posey. Bears have an error of their own in this contest. Here's Mason now. Let's see if she can find a hole for the Bears. Mason, 297 on the season, a sophomore first baseman for the Lady Bears. Jenkins will get the sign and deliver the pitch. Shows bunt. Bunts it in the air. It's caught by the catcher. They'll go to first and double up Walker. Oh, that was probably the worst case scenario right there. The bunt was a pop-up. The catcher handled. Mason's out number 1. Walker, who was headed towards second, doesn't get back to the bag in time. She's out number 2. And now Mackenzie Altamont will bat for the Bears with 2 out and the bases empty. Boy, you blink and suddenly the bases are empty for the Bears and 2 are gone. Here's Altamont now. She hits one right at the first baseman, and Watts will grab that one. Hit it hard, did Altamont, but unfortunately she hit it right at Watts, the first baseman, and the side retired. No runs, no hits, and error, and nobody left for the Lady Bears. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0 Itawamba. We'll come back, top of the third action. And then the top of the third, we'll come back for that after a 60-second break. Back in 60 seconds on Bear TV.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, we're back here at the ballpark on the campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College as we go back to the top of the Itawamba order here in the third inning. Mackenzie Patterson, who reached on an error and to this point has scored the only run of this game, back in the top of the first. The pitch to her, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. It's Patterson, Rutledge, and Hayes, the 1, 2, 3 spots in the Itawamba order coming to the plate here in this third inning. No balls, a strike, they count to Patterson in the 0-1 doer. And that one will miss for a ball, and it's even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch due for Patterson. That one off the plate. We'll take it to 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and a strike for Patterson with the 2-1 pitch doer here in the top of this third inning. Wind blowing straight out to center field here at Lady Bear Park. Here's the 2-1. That one misses for a ball. It will go 3-1 now to Patterson. Grimion tried to paint the corner on that one, but the arm did not come out of the home plate umpire. 3 balls and a strike. And now Grimion will throw Patterson a 3-1 pitch. Grimion shook the first sign off. Now she's happy with the sign. The 3-1's called a strike. It's 3-2. Patterson thought it was ball 4. She was halfway to first base. She'll have to come back, reset, and it's a 3-ball, 2-strike, full count payoff pitch for her. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a 3-2 payoff due the leadoff batter, Patterson. Swinging and missing is Patterson that time, and she strikes out. So Patterson will strike out. She's out number 1, and the left fielder, Katie Rutledge, who doubled her first time, will bat with 1 out, and the base is empty here in this 3rd inning. So Rutledge to bat for Itawamba. The pitch due her. She showed bunt, takes the strike, and it's 0-1 to her. So no balls and a strike for Rutledge. 1 ball and no strikes for Rutledge. And the 1-0 pitch due. Well, like a pretty good pitch right there, but no call on that one. The 1-0 misses for ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes now for Rutledge. Grimion back to get a little rosin on the hands before she fires that 2-0 pitch to Rutledge here at the ballpark. The 2-0 popped up, shallow center. It's Mel Lewis, the Bear center fielder, who grabs that one for out number 2. So 2 are gone now with Rutledge retired. Now Kara Hayes will be the batter. She was a strikeout victim her first time. So 2 gone here in the 3rd inning, and Hayes will be the batter. Hayes will await the first pitch from Jensen Grimion here at the ballpark, and that one is a swinging strike to her. And Hayes down in the count, no balls and a strike. 1-0 Itawamba leading this. They stretched a run across in the top of the 1st. We're in the top of the 3rd now here at Lady Bear Park on the Southwest campus. No balls, a strike. The 0-1 will miss and even it back to Hayes now at a ball and a strike. So they count even to Hayes. A ball and a strike with 2 out here in this 3rd inning and a 1-1 pitch to her. The 1-1's a swinging strike to Hayes. She will go down in the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to Hayes with the 1-2 pitch to her here in this 3rd inning. Grimion's got the one she wants. The pitch is missing for ball 2, and that will even it back to Hayes now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count to Hayes will get even. Lady Bear Park on the Southwest campus, 58 degrees, sunny skies at first pitch time. Swinging and missing, that's strike 3. They'll have to throw to first to complete the strikeout. Hayes is gone, and the Indians retired 1-2-3 here in the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 2.5 played here at the ballpark in Summit. And we cling to a 1-0 game in favor of the Indians of Itawamba. I told you what all was coming up. Don't forget as well, Bears have had a couple of their games moved. Bears softball scheduled to be here against Gulf Coast on Tuesday. Bear baseball scheduled to play at Gulf Coast on Tuesday. Both those games have been moved to Wednesday. They'll keep the same first pitch time, but both games moved to Wednesday with the Easter holiday on campus. Classes are out on Friday and Monday. They will shift those games around and now play Wednesday with the Lady Bears hosting Gulf Coast here at Lady Bear Park, and the Bear baseball team going to Mississippi Gulf Coast down in Perkinston to play their twin bill on Wednesday. So make note of that. Southwest softball on Wednesday, Southwest baseball Wednesday as well, even though it shows Tuesday on the original schedule that you may have been given. Jenkins finishes her warm-up tosses. She'll have the 9, 1, and 2 spots in the order for the Lady Bears. Mel Lewis will bat first. Then back to the top of the Bear order with Jenna Brock and Madison Moak, who will come to the plate for Southwest.
Sitting up the bottom of the third inning for Southwest, number 30, Mel Lewis.
Lewis has been announced. The freshman center fielder for the Bears, batting in that 9th spot. See if the Bears can get something going here in the bottom of this third inning. First pitch to her. She swings and pops one in the center. Patterson skies it, looks at it, grabs it for out number 1. Patterson having to look right up in that sun off that one from Lewis, but makes the grab. And Lewis is retired, and we'll go back to the top of the Bear order in Jenna Brock, who was a strikeout victim her first time now for the Bears here in the bottom of this third inning. So Jenkins will work it to Brock. Slaps that one to the shortstop. Fires, throws, and the throw is not a good one. And Brock will be aboard at first. Bears have a base runner. Throwing error on that one will put Jenna Brock aboard at first. Every inning to this point, Itawamba has had a throwing error. They have one there with Jenna Brock getting aboard. Now Madison Moak, she doubled her last time. And she comes to the plate. She was left stranded back in the first inning for the Lady Bears. Itawamba brings the infield in. The first pitch way off the plate for a ball. They look at first, but the catcher, Hayes, decides not to throw down. She'll give it back to her pitcher, and it's 1 ball, no strikes for Madison Moak, and she'll have the 1-0 pitch due her here at the ballpark in this third inning. The 1-0 slaps that one, bunts it, foul. It's even now at a ball and a strike. Oh, no, she'll be out. Now Latham will bat. That was strike 2, wasn't it? So 2 are gone, and Jade Latham will be the batter. So Latham, who's struck out her first time, will bat with 2 gone here in this third inning. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. It goes to Latham. So 1 ball, no strikes to the Lady Bears 3-hole hitter, Jade Latham. And she awaits her 1-0 pitch. That one misses for ball 2, and now Latham working ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Sun splashed Thursday afternoon, of course, the day before the Good Friday holiday, or the Easter holiday, but Good Friday holiday tomorrow. As class is out for the Easter break tomorrow here on the Southwest campus. The 2-0 pitch will be called a strike, and it will go to 2-1. To Jade Latham now, and she'll have a 2-ball, 1-strike pitch due her. 2 balls and a strike to Latham. And now Jade awaits the 2-1 pitch here at the ballpark. Runner at first, 2 out for the Lady Bears. The 2-1 misses. That one actually hit in front of the plate for ball 3. And it's 3 balls and a strike now for Jade Latham. And she will have the 3-ball, 1-strike pitch due her. So 3 balls and a strike due Latham. And the 3-1 to her is up high for ball 4. And Latham will draw the free pass. So first and second now for the Lady Bears. And Bailey Buckley will be the batter. Buckley reached on an error her first time. Was left stranded at first. That's when the Bears left him stranded at first and third. Let's see if Buckley can get a 2-out hit here and possibly get the Lady Bears on the scoreboard here in the third inning. The pitch is swung on, hit down to third base. Oh, that's a foul ball. Just fouled down that third base line. Buckley was trying to peg that one between Posey and the bag and just foul down that third base line. Posey will step over a little closer to the line now. No balls and a strike. They count for Buckley. And the 0-1 pitch due her. That one misses for a ball and takes the count even now to 1-1. Hayes will throw down to second. They're getting back to the bag safely down at second base is Jenna Brock. So 1 ball, 1 strike now for Buckley. And she will have the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch due her here in this third inning. 1-0 Itawamba leading this one here at Lady Bear Park. Here's the 1-1. That one hit down the left side, and that one touches the, just foul again. Looked like it may have touched the line down there, foul. That's how close that one was. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Buckley, and that's twice that Buckley has tried to shoot one down the third base line. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to her in the 1-2 pitch. Due for Buckley here at the ballpark. See if she can scoot one down the line, but keep it fair this time. 1-2, it's that one to the shortstop. She'll go to second, grab the out there, 6-4, and that'll retire the side. In the third for the Bears, no runs on no hits and error, and the Lady Bears leave 2 stranded. They've left 4 stranded through 3 innings of work, and we'll step aside for 60 seconds on Bear TV as we come back to Lady Bear Park.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
And Brent said no, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Ivy Watts out of the cleanup spot will lead things off for Itawamba in this inning. She skied one to center her first time, so she's 0 for 1 as she comes to the plate this afternoon for Itawamba. Grimion will go back to work the pitch. That one's called a ball to her. Boy, that one didn't miss by much from Jensen Grimion that time, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to Watts. Grimion will look back towards that Bear dugout, get the sign there, and will fire the 1-0 pitch. And that one is hit to second. Nice play by Madison Moak, going back into the grass there at second base, making the grab and 1 away. So Ivy Watts retired. Brianna Posey, the batter, with 1 gone. So Posey will be the batter. She's 0 for 1, skied to center her first time as well. So Posey, with the bases empty here in the 4th inning in the first, she will ask for time at the plate as Grimion still in the process of getting that sign from the Bear dugout. We're in the top of the 4th inning here in game 1, 1-0 score to pitch. That one misses for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count. First is softball, second baseball is what you'll enjoy this afternoon here on Bear TV with both our softball and baseball teams on campus this afternoon, giving both of them a chance to be seen. If you want to come out and, of course, be a part of the action, we welcome you onto the campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College, or you can stay right where you are and enjoy it on Bear TV this afternoon. 1 ball, no strikes. The count for Posey, the 1-0, is swung on and fouled back out of the ballpark, and it's 1-1 for Brianna Posey now, and she will have the 1-1 pitch due her here at the ballpark. So 1-1 for Posey with the 1-1 pitch due her. Gramion will look towards the dugout, get the 1-1 pitch. That one's skied. Looks like it's foul. Can anybody grab it? The right fielder, Buckley, comes over, grabs it in foul territory, and Posey's retired for round number 2. Nice play that time by the Lady Bears. Buckley and Moak both sticking with that one, and it's Buckley who came over in foul territory to make the grab and retire Posey, and now Madison Jenkins will bat with 2 out and the bases empty. Coach Shade Johnson asked to speak with the home plate umpire. He had something he wanted to discuss with him right quick. That conversation's over, and Jenkins will bat. She's been hit by a pitch her first time. Pitch, a called strike to Jenkins, and it's no balls and a strike. So no balls and a strike for Jenkins, and she awaits her 0-1 pitch here in the 4th inning. So no balls and a strike for Jenkins now, and the 0-1 pitch to her. Gramion checks the sign, throws the pitch, and misses that time, and it's even to her now even to Jenkins at a ball and a strike. So 1 strike for Jenkins, and the 1-1 pitch due her here at the ballpark. Here's the 1-1, swinging strike 2 to Jenkins that time, and she'll be down in the count now, a ball and 2 strikes here in the 4th inning. One ball, 2 strikes to Jenkins, and the 1-2 pitch due her with 2 out here in this 4th. That one slapped foul back out of the ballpark, and the count will stay at a ball and 2 strikes for Jenkins. Itawamba, head coach Andy Kirk, Southwest. Coach Shade Johnson doing battle here on a Thursday afternoon. Well, a little cool and a little windy, but a beautiful sunshine over the ballpark here in Summit. For softball this afternoon, the 1-2 misses for ball 2, and it's even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jenkins, and she will await her 2-2 pitch here at the ballpark. Talking with head baseball coach Ken Jackson before this one, he said the same thing. Beautiful day for outside sports, but just a wee bit windy. That one's golfed to right and a base knock in front of Buckley for Jenkins. The single, the second hit allowed by Jensen Grimion with 2 out, and Hannah Henry will come to the plate. She hit one to the third baseman her first time, 0 for 1, as she comes to the plate here in the top of this 4th inning for Itawamba. So a 2-out single for Jenkins, and Itawamba has a base runner. Gramion will check her sign from the dugout, throws the pitch, and it's a strike called to Henry. Henry trying to more like a slap hitter that time in the box for Itawamba. No balls and a strike. The count for Henry, and the 0-1 pitch due her. So no balls and a strike to Hannah Henry, and the 0-1 from Grimion is swung on and fouled away. It's 0-2. That was more of a bunt on that 0-1 pitch to make it no balls and 2 strikes now to Henry. No balls and 2 strikes for Hannah Henry, and the 0-2 pitch due her. Henry will be in that left-handed box. The 0-2 just missed for ball, and that will take the count to a ball and 2 strikes for Hannah Henry now, and she awaits her 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes for Henry. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Henry, and the 1-2 pitch with 2 out here in this 4th inning. That one slapped towards the shortstop, bobbles it, and everybody's safe. Like Brock was looking to throw it towards second base and just lost that softball in her hands for a split second, and everybody will be safe. So 1st and 2nd now for Itawamba, and Connor Stevens will be the batter with 2 out. Grimion got the ground ball that time, but the inning stays alive for Stevens, who struck out her first time. The pitch to Stevens, a swinging strike to her, and she's down in the count 0-1. So no balls and a strike for Connor Stevens. And Stevens will await the 0-1 pitch. So no balls, a strike. The 0-1 due is swung on, foul to the screen. And it will go to no balls and 2 strikes to Connor Stevens, and she will have the 0-2 pitch due her with 2 out. So no balls, 2 strikes to Stevens, and the 0-2 pitch will be due the Indian right fielder here in the 4th inning. Grimion will pitch the 0-2. That one is foul to the screen. So Stevens will stay alive on the foul ball. Itawamba and Southwest on a Thursday afternoon here in Summit. No balls and 2 strikes for Stevens, and now another 0-2 pitch for Connor Stevens here in the top of this 4th inning. That one misses, and the count will go to 1-2. Grimion wanted to see if Stevens would chase a pitch down low that time, but she doesn't offer at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count for Stevens, and now the 1-2 pitch due her here at the ballpark. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Stevens will have the 1-2 pitch due her. 1-2 hit to left. That one hangs up, should be playable, and is for Altamont, and the side retired. Lady Bears get out of it. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 left on for Itawamba. We played 3.5 here at Lady Bear Park on the Southwest campus. And we still have a game 1-0 Itawamba. That 1 run for Itawamba in the top of the 1st has been the only run to this point. The Bears will come to the plate. They'll send Haley Jenkins, Ashley Rowland, and Shelby Mason to the plate for the Bears. That will be the 5, 6, and 7 spots in the Lady Bear order that will come to the plate in this 1-0 affair. Lady Bears, of course, come in 17-7 on the year. They're 9-5 in division play. In their last 4 games, they split with Jones and they swept Meridian. They swept Meridian back earlier this week on Tuesday when they made the trip to Meridian. Now here on Thursday, they play this game with Itawamba. This is a makeup game with Itawamba. It was originally scheduled for last Friday, but being played here on this Thursday in Summit leading into the long Easter weekend. And, of course, with the trip Itawamba has to make heading back home, probably nice to be out of school tomorrow, and with that nice trip back to Fulton, Mississippi, that's ahead of them. Well, everybody signals they're ready to go here in the 4th inning. Again, it's Jenkins, Rowland, and Mason who will come to the plate for the Lady Bears here in this 4th inning. So Jenkins will be first for the Bears. She was a strikeout victim her first time. Bears have had base runners. They left 2 on in the 1st. Had a base runner in the 2nd that was erased on a double play. Then the Lady Bears left 2 more in the 3rd. So we've had base runners, just hadn't been able to get one across the plate yet. Here's the pitch to Jenkins, and that one will miss for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes for Haley Jenkins. So 1 ball, no strikes for Jenkins, and she will have the 1-0 pitch due her here in this 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch Swung on that one, fouled back out of the ballpark, and will even the count to Jenkins now at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count even to Haley Jenkins, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Jenkins will have the 1-1 pitch due her. So 1 ball, 1 strike for Jenkins. And now the 1-1 pitch due her. That one called a strike. It's 1-2. Jenkins getting that call on the outside half that time to Jenkins. And a Jenkins in the box and a Jenkins in the circle. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Haley Jenkins for the Bears. That one's fouled back out of play. The count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. It stays to Haley Jenkins. And she will have the 1-2 pitch due her here in this 4th inning for the Lady Bears. The 1-2 is missing for ball 2. And the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Jenkins. And she will have the 2-2 pitch due her now here in the 4th inning. Leadoff batter for the Lady Bears, Haley Jenkins. Jenkins awaits the 2-2. That one foul. That was in on the handle of the bat, but she was able to get a piece of that one and foul it away to stay in this count here in the 4th inning. So 2 balls, 2 strikes for Jenkins, and she will have the 2-2 pitch due her here in this 4th. The 2-2, now she swings and misses. So Jenkins and Jenkins battle, and it's the pitcher, Madison Jenkins, who wins the battle this time and gets the strikeout. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Itawamba. And now Ashley Rowland, the Bear catcher, will come to the plate. She's reached on an error. Rowland reached on an error. And Asia Walker, who ran for her, was erased on the base pads. Did she go around? She did not. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Rowland. The Rowland able to check her swing that time. It's 1 ball, no strikes to her. Flag continuing to fly straight away center field here at the ballpark. 1 ball, no strikes for Rowland. The 1-0 is off the plate, ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes now to the Bear catcher. 2 balls, no strikes to Rowland, and she's back in the box for that 2-0 pitch. The 2-0 is swung on, and here, boy, third baseman just played that one perfectly. Posey grabs it for out number 2. So 2 gone for the Bears here in the 4th. That'll bring the first baseman, Shelby Mason, to the plate. Mason trying to bunt back in the 2nd inning, bunted it straight up in the air. The catcher, Hayes, grabbed it, got Mason, went to first. Asia Walker tried to go diving back to that first base bag. She was out on the double play. Here's the pitch. That one's called a strike to Mason. No balls and a strike to her as her at-bat begins here in this 4th inning. No balls or strike now for Mason, and the 0-1 pitch due her here in this 4th inning. Jenkins looking on for Itawamba. Fouls that one back out of the ballpark. And the count quickly to no balls and 2 strikes now to Mason. So no balls and 2 strikes for Shelby Mason. And Mason will await her 0-2 pitch here at the ballpark. That one off the plate and evens it now to Mason at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Shelby Mason, and 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Base is empty for the Bears. Here's the pitch. 1-2, fights that one off. That's a fair ball. Pitcher had to wait for it to drop and gets the out at first. It's a 1-3 put out of Mason. Mason hit that one, but pitcher let it drop, grabbed it, and the Bears go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We played 4 from Lady Bear Park here in Summit. Your score, 1-0 Itawamba. Back after a 60-second break on Bear TV.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, back here at the ballpark in Summit, we head to the top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th. It's Emily Robinson who will lead things off. It's the 9-1-2 spots. Robinson, Patterson, and Rutledge who will come to the plate in this 1-0 game. Itawamba run in the top of the 1st, and that's been all in this one since. First one, Sky to the second baseman. Moak says she got it. She does, and Robinson's retired for out number 1. So 1 gone here in the 5th inning, and Mackenzie Patterson will be the batter. Patterson has scored the lone run for Itawamba, reached on an error back in the 1st and scored on a sac fly later. She has since struck out in her second at bat. She faces Grimion for the 3rd time, sends one to right field. Coming over is Lewis in right center. She'll make the grab. Lewis and Buckley both had a bead on it. It was Mel Lewis who was able to come over and grab that one, and 2 quickly gone here in the top of the 5th. So 2 pitches, 2 gone, and now Katie Rutledge, who's doubled and flew out 1 for 2, as she comes to the plate for Itawamba here in the 5th inning. Grimion will work to Rutledge now in the pitch. Misses for a ball to her, 1-0. That one will get away for just a moment from Ashley Rowland, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to her. So 1 ball, no strikes for Rutledge, and the 1-0 pitch to her here at the ballpark. Grimion will look towards the Bear dugout and get her sign. The 1-0 pitch hits that one to left. That will drop in front of Altamont. And it's a 2-out base hit for Rutledge for the Indians of Itawamba here in the 5th inning. So Itawamba gets a 2-out single from Rutledge. And Kara Hayes, who struck out twice, will be the batter here in the 5th inning. Hayes has struck out twice as she comes to the plate. Itawamba leading it 1-0 and has a runner at first with 2 out here in this 5th inning as Jensen Grimion continues to work on that mound for the Lady Bears here on this Thursday. The pitch misses for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Hayes. So 1 ball and no strikes for Hayes. And she will have the 1-0 pitch to her. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled back. And it's even now at a ball and a strike. They had Rutledge in motion that time. She'll have to go back to that first base bag for Itawamba. Like the hit and run may have been on that time for the Indians. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hayes. And she will have the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to her here with 2 out in this 5th inning. The pitch, that one's fouled to the screen. Goes to 1-2. So now a ball and 2 strikes for Hayes. And the 1-2 pitch to her here in this 5th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Hayes. With 2 out in the 1-2 offering is hit back at Grimion. She grabs that one for out number 3 and the side's retired. Itawamba, no runs, a hit, no errors. They leave 1 stranded as we've played the top of the 5th. You look at Itawamba, they've left 2, 3, 4, 5 stranded through 5 innings. The Bears have left 4 stranded through 4 at-bats. The Lady Bears, as they come to the plate in this 5th inning, they'll have 8, 9, and 1 in the Bear order. Mackenzie Altamont, Mel Lewis, and Jenna Brock, who will come to the plate to face Jenkins, who will go into her 5th inning of work here this afternoon for the Indians of Itawamba. And don't forget, 3 o'clock this afternoon, first pitch, Bear baseball, taking on Meridian. They're about 45 minutes or so away from tossing the first pitch of that game out. By the way, we'll have game 2 of Bear baseball against Meridian for you right here on Bear TV. WAZA 107.7 FM will pick us up for that one as well in game 2. We'll, of course, have softball continuing. Hopefully you'll come out and support the Bears and Lady Bears and possibly even visit the soccer concession stand while you're on campus, as you, of course, enjoy the lovely, beautiful day here in Summit, Mississippi, with softball and baseball both on the campus. Waiting for everybody to say they're ready to go. The final warm-up toss has gone down to second base. Bears will come to the plate, and again it's Altamont, Lewis, and Brock who will bat for the Bears.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Southwest, number 16, Mackenzie Altamont.
So Altamont, who hit one right at the first baseman her first time, 0 for 1, and she steps to the plate here in this 5th inning for Southwest. The first pitch to her. Swinging strike to Altamont, and she's down in the count. No balls and a strike here in the 5th inning. So no balls and a strike for Altamont, and the 0-1 now to her. That one misses for a ball, and we'll even it back to Altamont now. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike for Altamont, and she will be due the 1-1 pitch here in this 5th inning. That one misses on the inside half. It's 2 balls and a strike now for Mackenzie Altamont. So 2 balls and a strike that count in the 2-1 pitch due. So 2 balls, a strike, and the 2-1 is swung on. That gets past the shortstop for a base hit. Bears will get the leadoff batter on, and Mackenzie Altamont with a leadoff single. And that'll bring Mel Lewis to the plate. She skied one to center her first time. Lewis 0 for 1 as she comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th for the Bears. Bears get the tying run on the base pads here in the 5th. Lewis now to bat. Jenkins settles herself on the mound here, settles herself on the circle to play. Lewis showed bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball 1-0. Third and first, both charging in, expecting the bunt by Itawamba. as both Posey and Watts came charging towards the plate that time on the attempted bunt by Mel Lewis. Let's see if they keep the bunt on. They do. She bunts it back towards the pitcher. No play at second. The only plays at first. And Lewis is retired for out number 1, so a nice sacrifice there by Mel Lewis. So Lewis sacrifices Altamont, and Jenna Brock, as we go back to the top of the Bear order, will bat. Brock is struck out and reached on an error. Was left stranded on the base pads back in the 3rd inning for the Bears. So Brock is the batter for Southwest and the pitch doer. The first one misses for a ball to her, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Bears have Altamont out at second base. She's singled. Lewis sacrifices her to second, so she's in scoring position now. And Jenna Brock at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes to her. Here's the 1-0 pitch now to Brock. That one hit down the third base side, foul. Brock trying to slap one down that third base line and keeps the count even, or it takes the count even on the foul ball to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Brock. And she will have the 1-1 pitch due her here at the ballpark in this 5th inning. Now the 1-1 pitch. That one hit towards the shortstop. She only goes to first. They'll give Altamont third. And 6-3, Brock is retired for out number 2. Altamont's at third. It's going to take a 2-out hit from Madison Moak. Moak has doubled and struck out in her 2 trips to the plate. Shortstop Boatner grabbed that one, never looked at Altamont as she passed behind her. Knew she could get the out at first and did. So the Bears have a runner at third, 2 out now. Let's see if Moak can find a hit. First one to Moak is called a strike, and she's down in the count 0-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Itawamba. They got a run in the top of the 1st. No balls, a strike to Moak. And Moak is due the 0-1 pitch. Slaps it short to the second baseman. She'll go to first and get the out. And 4-3, they'll retire Moak for out number 3. Bears, no runs, a hit. No errors. They leave 1 stranded, 5 played. And we still have a 1-0 softball game. We'll go to the 6th. Watts, Posey, and Jenkins coming to the plate for the Indians of Itawamba after we step aside for a 60-second break right here on Bear TV. You're watching Southwest Lady Bear Softball.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, we go to the top of the 6th inning here at the ballpark. Ivy Watts going to lead it off for Itawamba in this 1-0 game. And she'll send one to the deep short. Jenna Brock, long throw, made it and got her. Watts is retired on a 1 pitch for 1 out. Watts hits that one to deep short. Jenna Brock stayed back on that one, made a great play for out number 1. Here's Brianna Posey. She'll bat with 1 out. Top of the 6th inning here. Jensen Gremion continuing to work for the Lady Bears in this 1-0 game. That one run on a sac fly back in the first. That one's popped up on the infield. Moak calls for it, grabs it, and that's out number 2. So 2 gone. Posey's 0 for 3, by the way, and now Madison Jenkins. She was hit by a pitch in the second, singled with 2 out in the fourth. She will come to the plate here in the 6th inning with 2 out and the bases empty for Itawamba. And the pitch due her is a called strike, and it's 0-1 now to Jenkins. So no balls and a strike for Jenkins, and the 0-1 pitch due her. Well, the wind really picking up here at the ballpark now. Here's the 0-1. That one misses and evens it to Jenkins at 1 ball and 1 strike. We were seeing it more blow out the center. Now we're kind of seeing that wind kind of shoot down that towards in from right and down to left. Here's the 1-1. Third base side. That's a base knock for Jenkins. She's got her second hit of the afternoon with back-to-back singles for her. And now Hannah Henry's reached on an error and popped up. And her 2 trips will come to the plate with 2 out here in the 6th. Southwest Itawamba in softball action. Looks like we're going to get a runner of, possibly a runner for Itawamba for his pitcher Jenkins at first. Nobody is shot out of the Itawamba dugout just yet. We'll wait and see who he decides to use. Head coach Andy Kirk talking with the home plate umpire. There she goes. It's number 5.
Now running at first base, number 5, Katie Boatner.
Katie Boatner going to run. So Boatner, who was the flex, is going to run at first base for Jenkins, and now Hannah Henry will be the batter. So Henry will be the batter. She has reached on an error. Swings and fouls that one away, and it's no balls and a strike to her. As Grimion works here in the 6th inning for the Bears, down to Itawamba 1-0 in this one. No balls and a strike for Hannah Henry. And Henry will have the 0-1 pitch due. So no balls and a strike for Henry, and the 0-1 is called strike 2. The throw down, not in time. So Boatner will be in at second base safely. The count, no balls and 2 strikes to Henry. So Henry down in the count 0-2. Boatner in the scoring position down at second. And a pitch due from Jensen Grimion here in the 6th. Grimion gets the sign, fires to the plate. The pitch is off the plate and taken by Henry for a ball 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 slaps it. Third baseman right there to grab it. Nice job by Jenkins to grab that one, and that's the end of the top of the 6th. No runs for Itawamba on a hit. No errors and nobody left on. We have played 5.5. Still 1-0 in favor of Itawamba. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. With Latham, Buckley, and Jenkins, the 3, 4, and 5 spots coming to the plate for the Lady Bears in this one. Boy, we're zipping along, but the Lady Bears try to find them a hit somewhere out there. They were saying that that the pitcher will re-enter.
Pitcher, number 15, Madison Jenkins. Hitting at the bottom of the 6th inning for Southwest.
So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. There's Latham. So Latham will lead things off for Southwest. She has walked and struck out in her 2 appearances. Well, we'll see if the heart of this Bear order, these 3, 4, and 5 spots, pops it up. Catcher will grab it, and Latham is retired for out number 1.
Number 8, Bailey Buckley.
That one's fouled back. Snowballs and a strike now as Bailey Buckley, who's reached on an error and grounded out, comes to the plate. The 0-1 is called a ball. It's even to her now at a ball and a strike. So it's even, 1 ball, 1 strike for Bailey Buckley, and she will have the 1-1 pitch to her. The 1-1 slap to the third baseman underneath Posey's glove. Posey looked up and it wasn't there, and the Bears get a base runner with Buckley. She looked up, did Posey, and the ball wasn't there. So Buckley gets herself aboard with 1 out for the Bears. Bears will bring a runner into this game. They go with Cora Robinson. No, it's 22. That's Jaden Davis. So Jaden Davis will run at first for Buckley, and Jenkins will be the batter. The pitch due.
Now running at first base for Southwest, number 22, Jaden Davis. Now batting for the Lady Bears, number 20, Maggie McGee.
So Maggie McGee will be the batter now. So not only do the Bears go with a pinch runner at first, they will also bring Maggie McGee in to bat for Jenkins. So those are the changes for the Bears. That one misses. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to her. And now the 1-0 pitch to Maggie McGee, and that one is slapped foul. The count even to her now at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, and the 1-1 pitch will be due Maggie McGee. Runner at first for the Bears after the knock by Buckley. Bears have a runner at first. That one misses. It's 2 balls, a strike to count. So 2 balls, a strike to count, and the pitch due. Here's the pitch from Jenkins, and that 2-1 is to the screen. And the count will go even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to McGee. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to McGee, and the pitch due. Here's the 2-2 now. That one hit down the third base side foul. The count even. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to McGee. Big spot for the Lady Bears here with the runner at first base and 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to 2-2. Called strike 3. And McGee goes down on strikes round number 2. So the Bears go to their bench and bring Maggie McGee on. She strikes out. Now Ashley Rowland will bat for the Bears. Rowland has reached on an error and popped up in her 2 trips. And the pitch to Rowland is swung on and missed. No balls, a strike to count to her. So Rowland down in the count, no balls, a strike. And the 0-1 pitch due. Now the 0-1 pitch due for Rowland. Now one in towards center. It hung up there long enough. Patterson's able to grab it, and the side is retired. Lady Bears get a 1-out hit. No runs, a hit, no errors. They leave 1 stranded here in the 6th inning. We go to the 7th here at the ballpark in Summit with a score of 1-0 in favor of Itawamba. We'll return on after a 60-second break for you on Bear TV. Back in 60 seconds.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life, where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, back here on the campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College, as we head into this 7th inning, Stevens, Robinson, and Patterson, the 8, 9, and 1 spots coming to the plate. For Itawamba, as they continue to lead at 1-0. Bears have left 2, 4, 5, 6 on the base paths through 6 innings of work. Itawamba's left 2, 3, 4, 5 of their own through 6 innings. So to the 7th, Stevens, and the first pitch misses to her for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Stevens is 0 for 2. She has flew out and struck out in her 2 trips. 1 ball, no strikes to count, and the 1-0 pitch to her. That one's popped up out of play, and the count will go even to Stevens now at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike, and the 1-1 pitch to Connor Stevens. That one misses for a ball. It will go 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and a strike for Connor Stevens now in the 2-1 pitch due. 2-1 is fouled back out of the ballpark and will even the count to Stevens now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count even to Stevens at 2 balls and 2 strikes as we work here at 2:40 in the afternoon on this Thursday. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Stevens, and the 2-2 pitch to her here in this 7th inning. Hit towards the third ball, just off the top of Jenkins' glove, and safe at first will be Connor Stevens. Stevens a single as that one goes off the top of Haley Jenkins' glove. So the leadoff batter on. And Robinson the batter. And Robinson now, who has struck out and popped up. She's 0 for 2 on the afternoon to the plate. Shows bunt, bunts at third baseman, grabs it, goes to first. It's a 3-4 put out. Robinson is out number 1. Stevens will move over to second base for Itawamba, and we'll go back to the top of the order with Mackenzie Patterson to the plate. So now Itawamba trying to play some small ball to get some insurance. Patterson has reached on an error and scored the lone run of this game back in the top of the first. She has struck out and flew out as well. The pitch missed for a ball. It's 1-0. One ball and no strikes to count for Patterson. That one misses off the plate for ball 2. So Patterson ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch will be due Mackenzie Patterson here at the ballpark. Bears play about level with the bag at first and third with 1 out and that runner at second. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That misses for ball 3, and now Patterson ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. So 3 balls, no strikes to Patterson with the 3-0 pitch due here in this 7th inning. The 3-0 called a strike, and it's 3-1. Patterson taking all the way, and Grimion does throw her a strike to make it 3 balls and a strike. And now the 3-1 pitch due to Patterson here in this 7th inning. Now Patterson will step off. That one slapped foul and evens the count at 3 or takes the count full, I should say, at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Patterson, and Patterson will have a 3-2 payoff pitch due. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Patterson, and now a 3-2 payoff pitch to her. That one, she nicked it foul. So 3 balls and 2 strikes for Patterson now in the 3-2 payoff pitch to her. 1 out, runner at second for Itawamba here in the top of the 7th inning. Now the 3-2 payoff due. Grimion looks towards that Bear dugout, gets the sign for the payoff pitch. Now the payoff. It's ball 4. Now it pops away from Rowland, so down to third will go Stevens. So the free pass to Patterson, the worst part of that was it got away from Rowland, which sent Connor Stevens down to third base. So first and third, and Katie Rutledge will be the batter. Rutledge is doubled, singled, and flew out to center. It's 1-0 game. Itawamba now 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. This is game 1 of 2 this afternoon. Game 2 will follow. No Bear TV coverage of that. We'll move over and get game 2 of baseball action, Southwest and Meridian for you a little after 5 o'clock or so tonight. Here's the pitch. They throw the third on. It got away from him, and the run's going to score. They put the runners in motion. It got away, and this run's going to score in Stevens. The runner from first, Patterson, she was in motion. She'll go all the way to third. Now the Bears, momentary lapse of judgment for a split second there, and it cost them a run. Now the Bears all gather in the circle. They want to get all back on the same page in what is now a 2-0 game. Nice opportunity for the Lady Bears there to all get back on the same page. So the Lady Bears, after their meeting, able to get back on the same page. Let's hope it's 1 ball, no strikes to Rutledge. Here's the 1-0 pitch to her. That one's called a strike, and it's even to Rutledge. Now 1 ball and 1 strike here in the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Katie Rutledge as Grimion works here in the 7th. And Grimion will fire the 1-1 pitch to Rutledge. That one's out in right center field. Oh, Mel Lewis saw that one come off the top of her glove. Run's going to score, and she'll go all the way to third. Makes it a 3-0 game. Runner still at third now.
Number 7, Kara Hayes.
So now Kara Hayes will be the batter. 2 runs across for Itawamba here in the 7th. Hayes has struck out twice and popped up. Hayes will show bunt. She will bunt it. Run will score. Now they try to tag the runner, and she's going to run into her. Run into the second baseman, and she was going back to the bag. They'll call her safe at first. Southwest Athletic trainer Keith Raybon out to check on her as she was going back to the base pad. Was Rutledge and collided with the Bears second baseman Moak. Now head coach Shay Johnson out to speak with his pitcher as well during this stoppage. The run will score. Safe at first will be Hayes. It ends up being for Hayes at first, and Ivy Watts will be the batter who's 0 for 3. And like I said, things just not going the way of the Bears here in the top of the 7th. It started with that leadoff single from Stevens, and Robinson was retired. Patterson then walked, and then Rutledge and Hayes have both reached. So Itawamba scored 3 here in the 7th. Hayes appears to be good to go at first base. That's a good sign. You never want anybody hurt in competition. So Hayes will stay on. Watts will bat in this 4-0 game. Pitch to Watts. Misses for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Ivy Watts, and she will have the 1-0 pitch due her here at the ballpark. The 1-0 hit to left. That one's going to get out of the ballpark. So Watts is going to hit a home run here in the 7th. It's a 2-run shot. And that will make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to nothing. The home run, by the way, for Watts. Let's see. She has 4 on the year, so give her 5 on the year now. So 5 home runs on the year now for Ivy Watts. Bases empty. Brianna Posey will come to the plate now. And what has been a 5-run 7th for Itawamba. So Posey, the batter, 0 for 3 as she came to the plate in the pitch. Misses high to her for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes for Posey. So 1 ball, no strikes for Posey in the 1-0 pitch to her. That one's hit to right. Buckley will grab that one for out number 2. So Posey's retired for out number 2, and Madison Jenkins, who's singled twice and been hit by a pitch. She's been on base all 3 times, and she comes to the plate for Itawamba, will bat. 1-0 until we got to the 7th inning. Itawamba's put a 5 spot on the board here in the 7th. Make it a 6-0 game now. The pitch. Now when we'll miss for a ball, it will go 1-0. One ball and no strikes for Jenkins, and the 1-0 pitch due her. Now one misses for ball 2. And it will go 2 balls and no strikes to Jenkins. Grimion trying to get out of this 7th inning with no more damage done at the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to count for Jenkins. And she will have the 2-0 pitch due her. Foul tips that one. Takes the count to 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike now for Jenkins. And she will have the 2-1 pitch. Two balls a strike, they count with 2 gone here in the 7th inning. The 2-1 pitch. Skies out when the center. Lewis backing up will grab that one, and the side retired. Not before the damage is done, as Itawamba sends 8 to the plate here in the 7th inning. They score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. They pick up the 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Let's see, no Bear errors in that inning, and nobody left on the base paths. The 5 spot, the damage for Itawamba, they go up 6-0 here at Lady Bear Park. Lady Bears, with their final chance, will send their final 3 to the plate. And Shelby Mason, Mackenzie Altamont, and Mel Lewis. That's the 7, 8, and 9 spots in that Lady Bear order that will come to the plate in this 7th inning. So the Bears will get one more chance at this at the sticks. Got to get 6 to tie and 7 to win here at the ballpark. Checking on my stuff here. Let's see. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So I wanted to make sure we had everything right here as we get ready to go. Don't forget, baseball getting started probably in just a few minutes. Off in the distance, we can hear the lineups being announced for Game 1. It's Meridian and Southwest at 3 o'clock. We'll have Game 2 on Bear TV. And, of course, WAZA 107.7 FM will join us for that as well. Head coach of the Bears, Coach Shade Johnson, has asked for the home plate umpire to come join him. As he wants to let him know what he's planning to do as far as the changes for the Bears here in this 7th inning. So they're talking those over. Looks like that conversation is involving scorecards. So definitely some changes going to be made here at the ballpark. Looks like they're done with those. And the Bears going to send Anna Claire Crow to the plate for Mason. So Crow will bat for Mason. So Anna Claire Crow going to bat in Mason's spot to lead off the bottom of the 7th here at the ballpark. 6-0, Itawamba leads it. Lady Bears go to work on the sticks against Jenkins here in the 7th. The pitch misses that one for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes for Crow. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Stays away from it, but gets the call. It's strike one. And the count even to Crow now. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Crow, and she'll have the 1-1 pitch due her. The 1-1 swings and misses. And Crow's count will go to a ball and 2 strikes now. So a ball and 2 strikes to Crow in the 1-2 pitches. We play softball here in the bottom of this 7th inning. A 5 spot for Itawamba in the top of the 7th puts them up 6-0. Here comes the 1-2 now. And that misses high for a ball and evens it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now the national anthem is being played for the baseball. So we will stop softball action here and have the national anthem. Let's just pop that up for you. The national anthem being played over at the baseball park. They stop action here in softball for that. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Anna Claire Crow as we'll get back to action here in the bottom of this 7th inning. So Crow in the box. Here's the 2-2 pitch to her. And that one's popped up. Foul territory. Does anybody have a play? Third baseman Posey going back. That one will drop in foul territory and keep the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes for Crow. And she will have the 2-2 pitch due her here at the ballpark. The 2-2 off the plate for a ball, and it will go full to Crow now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the count full to Crow, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and she will have the 3-2 payoff pitch to her. 3-2 payoff is swung on and missed. And Crow will go down on strikes here in the 7th, round number 1. So 1 gone, and now Mackenzie Altamont, the batter. Altamont has singled and hit one right at the first baseman. She's 1 for 2. And she comes to the plate here in the 7th inning for the Lady Bears. The pitch called a strike. It's 0-1 to Altamont. So no balls and a strike now for Mackenzie Altamont, and she'll have the 0-1 pitch due her. So no balls, a strike for Altamont. Here comes the 0-1. Fouls that one. It's 0-2. So the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes for Altamont now in the 0-2 pitch due her. Now no balls, 2 strikes to pitch. Tried to paint that outside corner, won't get the call. It's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes now for Altamont. 1 gone. In the bottom of the 7th inning, in a 6-0 game, Itawamba strikes for 5 in the top of the 7th to lead this one 6-0. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Altamont. That one hit right back at the pitcher for out number 2. Well, that was a don't blink moment for Jenkins, and 2 gone now. And Mel Lewis, the last chance for the Bears. Oh, the Bears going to pinch hit. It's Macy Miley who's they're going to bat for Mel Lewis. So Macy Miley going to bat in Mel Lewis's spot here in the 7th inning for the Bears. So Macy Miley to the plate now for Southwest. She'll be the last chance for the Bears. The pitch misses for a ball to Miley. It's 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes for Macy Miley, and she'll have a 1-0 pitch due her. Jenkins will look back, get the sign, and deliver the 1-0 pitch. That one's off the plate. We'll take it to 2 balls and no strikes now to Miley. So 2 balls, no strikes for Miley with 2 out, and now the 2-0 pitch. That one hit on the ground. Third baseman can't handle that one, and Miley will keep this game alive with a base knock here in the 7th. So Miley will keep it alive with a base knock, and we'll go back to the top of the order. And Jenna Brock will bat now for Southwest. Brock has reached on an error, struck out, and grounded out, and hurt 3 times to the plate. Going to get a runner, and Mel Lewis is going to re-enter, it looks like, to run it first. So Lewis going to re-enter and run it first after Miley's hit. And now Jenna Brock to the plate with 2 out. So Jenna Brock will get a chance now for the Bears here on this Thursday afternoon. So Jenkins will work to Brock. The pitch due. Swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. So no balls, a strike for Jenna Brock. And she will have the 0-1 pitch due her here in this 7th inning. Runner at first, 2 out for the Bears. Tried to slap a base hit there. It's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes now for Jenna Brock, and Brock will await the 0-2 pitch here at the ballpark. So no balls and 2 strikes for Brock, and the 0-2 pitch will be due her here in the 7th inning for Southwest. The 0-2 is popped up shallow center, but the center fielder Patterson will come over and grab that one, retire the side. And in the game here this afternoon, it'll end at 3:04 here at the ballpark in the 7th. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bears leave 1 stranded. So let's run the numbers on this one for Southwest. They get no runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Bears commit 1, 2 errors and leave 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the base pads. For Itawamba, let's see, they get 6 runs in this game. They get 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hits. Itawamba commits 1, 2, 3 errors, and Itawamba leaves 1, 2, 4, 5 on the base pad. So the numbers again for Southwest, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Southwest leaves a 7. For Itawamba, 6 runs on 8 hits. 3 errors, they leave 5. Jenkins will go the distance and get the win. Grimion will take the loss for Grimion. 7 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs. For Jenkins, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs in the contest for her. Itawamba will win this one 6-0. Game 2 will follow in about 20 minutes or so. Now, again, we won't have that game for you here on Bear TV this afternoon. In fact, we'll be stepping aside, ending our softball coverage for the day. But we do encourage you to join us in about an hour and a half or so. We'll have baseball for you from over at the baseball field. Southwest and Meridian Game 1 is underway as we speak. We will have coverage of Game 2 for you, the 7-inning game, the nightcap game. You can watch it on Bear TV if you're, of course, in the local area, 107.7 FM. WAZA will also broadcast that game on the radio side for you. Final score in this one, 6-0. Next time we see the Lady Bears of Southwest, it'll be Wednesday when we join you back here at the ballpark. Gulf Coast will be in town, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. First pitch Wednesday for that one. We'll see you back here at Lady Bear Park. Good luck to the Lady Bears in Itawamba. We'll keep you posted on the Game 2 score when we join you back on Bear TV again sometime right after 5 o'clock for the nightcap. Again, final score here, Itawamba beating Southwest 6-0. Thanks for joining us for Bears softball this afternoon. The Lady Bears with this loss, by the way, we'll see their record go to 17-8. They go to 9-6 in division play. Itawamba will stretch their record out to 21-4. They will go to 13-2, and winners of 11 in a row now is Itawamba in this 2021 softball season. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you for baseball a little bit later on. You've been watching Bear TV. This has been a presentation of Southwest Bear Athletics and Southwest Lady Bear Softball.